Crypto Hotep here with another trading video. Hey guys, thank you again for tuning in. This week we are going through another market update in relation to the crypto markets and everything that's going on this week. It is a very eventful week right now just because of the US and Iran tensions and the conflict that's currently going on. So before we begin these videos, as we always do, PSA, nothing that we say today is financial advice. Please do your own due diligence when investing in crypto, metals, stocks, ETFs, anything. Do your own due diligence, do your own research. Also, shout outs to Coinbase. They are the GOAT brokerage. I've been using them for 6 years now, and I've not had a problem with them. And I've also had good experience with the customer service as well. If you are unfamiliar with Coinbase, or if you do not have a Coinbase account, feel free and use the link in the description. Even if you do have a Coinbase account, use the link in the description to tie your account to the link, and then I actually get 30% of the transaction fees that they charge you for buying crypto with them. Okay, so you don't have to empty your wallet. You don't have to send me any Bitcoin, any ETH, nothing, and you'll be supporting Crypto Hotep and the channel. Also, guys, if you're on X, follow me on X at Crypto Hotep, on Twitter as well, or X, whatever you want to call it. So, in this video, we're going to go through market events. We're going to go through a calendar, as we always do. Then we're going to go through some charts, and we usually end with the altcoin portfolio, and we see where that is. Okay, so guys, big thing, these markets have been acting really weird, especially with all the news with US and Iran. So, and I'll show you what I mean. So you would think that risk on assets, things like Bitcoin, metals, and the like, those would be dumping, but today we saw Bitcoin surge past 72,000, making a 1-month high. It hasn't been moving that much, and it's actually been moving in the opposite direction for some while now. In addition to that, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 both became positive today. It was a very eventful day today, and this is probably a good post right here from the Kobesi letter to showcase everything that's going on. So towards the beginning of the week, we had U.S. and Israel launch strikes on Iran here. Then naturally the S&P 500 dropped, and then it slowly but surely kind of creeped up here. Okay. And then it dropped again as oil prices surged, because again, money's flowing out of the stocks into oil, so that makes sense. So oil prices surge as Iran closes Strait of Hormuz. Trump says U.S. will protect ships in Hormuz. Markets love that. Markets go up. Then New York Times says Iran wants secret deal. I don't know how valid this was. Doesn't matter. Markets loved it, and price went up again. And literally, it ended right before the drop right here, as you can see, literally at the same spot. So these markets, if you are trading these markets on the 5, 10 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute time frame, I mean, God bless you. I can't do it. I tried it, and I will say this: I tried trading things like crypto on these like 5, 10, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour charts, and it wasn't it. And this is one of the reasons why, because you get these events that happen just randomly, quote unquote, right? And you don't know what's going to happen. So that's why we trade on longer time frames, weekly time frames, and we stay patient. In terms of the economic calendar with everything going on, Monday we had manufacturing PMI. Again, I don't follow that, guys. Tuesday, I'm recording this on Wednesday, March 4th, but Tuesday we had a bunch of Fed talk. Fed Williams, Fed Kashkari, they did speak on this. So there were some Fed talks about potential rate cuts as well. So more than likely it's because of this war that's been going on, or that just started, I should say, with the potential of rate cuts. So today, Wednesday, we had the employment change. Not a big deal with ADP employment change. Nothing too bad here. And then we had ISM services, PMI, something I do not follow. Okay. Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to have initial jobless claims. Okay, so we'll click into this. So initial jobless claims, as before, we like to see that number go down, meaning that the economy is somewhat strong. I don't think that the number will actually go down just because of the amount of layoffs that have occurred in the past week or 2 weeks in regards to AI. Just being honest here. So we have the consensus, right? So the forecast for initial jobless claims is 215,000. Okay. The previous reading, which was on February 26th, was 212, so it did come below. I don't foresee that happening. We've had a lot of layoffs happen, especially after earnings calls, people losing jobs because of AI. I think we go above that, above 215. And I'm going to hit above. So I think it will go above, but we shall see. I don't want it to go above. I would like it to be below, or say at 215 would be fine. But then Friday we have non-farm payrolls. That's at 8:30. That's going to be a fireworks show at 8:30 on Friday. So we have the non-farm payrolls, and again, non-farm payrolls, we'd rather have the non-farm payrolls higher than the consensus, okay? So before the initial jobless claims, we want lower. Non-farm payrolls, we want higher, because that shows that there have been more jobs posted to companies, okay? So that signifies a greater economy, or a boasting economy as well. So the consensus is only 59,000. I would honestly hope that we're above this number, 59,000. If we don't have over 59,000 for payrolls here, something's wrong. So I would hope that we are above this number. Okay, I don't think we're going to get past over 130. I don't believe that. I don't believe we're going to get past 130, but I think we're going to hit the forecast. I think we'll be above the forecast. And if we're above the forecast, I'm good with that. Okay, so that's non-farm payrolls. And then your unemployment rate. Your unemployment rate, the consensus is 4.3%. Last time we read this was February 11th. The consensus was 4.4%. We came in at 4.3. This time, the consensus or the forecast is 4.3. I'm good with saying, hey, we might get to 4.2. Okay. Again, I would rather have the unemployment be low. I'd rather have the initial jobless claims be low, and your non-farm payrolls be up. That's what I would like to have. Not saying it's going to happen, but that's what I would like to have. Okay. So I think it will be low, but a lot of people don't agree with that. They think that's going to be high. So we shall see. We shall see, guys. But there will be some fireworks this week for sure. Let's go to coin market cap, and let's go to our dashboard here. So crypto market overview right now, we'll go into the fear and greed index. We are still in fear, even though the markets have been doing pretty well. They've really pumped up today. Wednesday, they have pumped up today, and we'll get on the charts in a second. So if we go to the fear and greed index here, you can see we made it out of extreme fear. Boosted up out of extreme fear. We're still in that fear territory though. Okay. So, don't celebrate as of yet. We're still not out of the woods yet, but it is a good sign to be very optimistic here. Okay. Altcoin season index. If we look at the altcoin season index, we are still in Bitcoin season right here. Nothing has really changed in that regard, as you can see here. Okay. It's funny, we can just take a look at the market cycle indicators. None of these have been hit as of right now. We can look at the Bitcoin rainbow price chart here. As you can see, we are at probably the lowest band right here, which is normally a good thing. Normally this is a good thing, and we may see a pump. As you can see here, 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 and here. So we'll see if we can get something here. But as you can see, the crypto market cycle top indicators, nothing has been hit as of yet. Nothing at all. Okay. Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance stays below 60% at 59.3%, and we will showcase those charts here. Ethereum staying at 10.4% here. Little uptick, bigger uptick than before, but you can see slowly but surely increase. It's around 10% is normally where it has been before. Crypto ETFs. Let's look at the inflows and outflows. So on March 3rd, we had a nice decent inflow of about 135.5 million. That's pretty good here, and that consisted of 54 million in BTC, 81 million in ETH. So we're seeing somewhat of that transition, right? So we're seeing somewhat of that transition from BTC to ETH. Will that mean everybody, all the institutions are just going to push up into ETH ETFs? Doesn't mean that, but you can see the disparity in these inflows right here, right? And then compare that to last week's, right? So a lot of good stuff. We'd like to see positive inflows, and we've had positive inflows for a couple days now. We had a big push up on March 1st, first of the month, and then the second, and then we are still net positive for the third of the month here. So all in all, very good to see. Let us go to the charts, guys. So for the charts here, we're going to start with our stable coin. Okay, so USDC looks pretty good, and here's why. So we had a break of structure right here to the upside. Okay, that just means that they broke this previous tested resistance / supply level. Okay, it was tested multiple times, finally broke out above it. How's that good, Crypto Hotep? Well, it's good because now typically price has to come back down and test another area before potentially going back up. So for price to come back down, it has to decrease. And with USDC, we are also nearing extreme overbought levels as of right here, and this could be looked at as a simple double top move upcoming. In addition to that, we broke out our Fibonacci tool here, and as you can see, 61.8 has been holding steady to USDC as of right now. So you can see these long wicks right here. Nothing has come above this 61.8% level here. Something to keep note of. And honestly, you can send this to anybody that thinks technical analysis is all smoke and mirrors, because this is a prime example of why it's not. I literally drew my Fibonacci tool from this point here at the bottom of this candle to this top here, and this extended out here, and you can see that price automatically respects that. Okay, it's funny when people say that technical analysis is all smoke and mirrors and price just happens to go to levels. No, it's drawn to specific levels on purpose. Okay, let's go to Tether. Tether, very similar price action on Tether dominance right here. As you can see, it's tested a weekly resistance / supply level right here. And as you can see, similar to USDC's level, it is held, meaning that we have long wicks and we do not have any movement past this. There's a big fence right here, and price or dominance percentage, whatever you want to say for Tether, has not moved past this level at all. In fact, this is a bearish doji right here. We haven't seen a bearish doji since January, the beginning of the year. So this we love to see, because what we want to see is a harsh rejection down for these stable coins. For Tether and USDC, we want to see a harsh rejection down. So hopefully we can have altcoin season. Okay, let's go to the dollar. Let's go to the dollar. Dollar, I did not like this chart at all, and you'll see why here. So dollar is playing around with this level, this 97.6 level, for a couple weeks now, and it finally found support, and boom, it has pumped up. It will pump up because of the conflict also that is going on in Iran. More money is being pumped into the dollar as well. However, we have the 50-week moving average right here, this purple line, and it is interacting right here, and it looks like it is rejecting it right here as well. So again, even though it did pump pretty great, it hasn't broke any structure to the upside at all anymore. It's just kind of staying in this little range right here. So could it still complete this move? It could. It could. We could see a harsh rejection from the 50-week moving average, and it could send this down here. But again, we have to wait. We have 2 more days left in the in our weekly cycle for the dollar. So we just have to, keep in mind where that is. As you can see here on the slow stochastic, we're at the 50 midway point on there as well. So what I would like to see is, I would like to see a rejection from the 50-week moving average for the dollar, and I would like to see this come down into this area right here near 95. That's what I would like to see. Right? ETH BTC. Let's get to some of the crypto here. So ETH BTC in regards to altcoins, still really nothing's happening, and that's a good and a bad thing, right? So we've not seen a huge pump, which is bad. However, we are oversold on your slow stochastic. That's good. We also did not collapse below the Fibonacci golden zone between 50% and 61.8%. There's that number again, 61.8. So this is the Fib golden zone. We have closed below it, right? So don't get me wrong, price is still closed below it. However, it hasn't fully collapsed down. So we haven't seen any more big bearish red candles down. Just see these little like bearish dojis where we can see that bulls have stepped in and they're defending this level somewhat, and what needs to happen is we need to reclaim this level. So price needs to close above it, retest, and then push it up. So that's what we would like to see. So nothing too major right now. Now if we lose this, it's going to be a long way down right here. Okay, but here I will show another thing that gives you some hopium. Gives my fellow bulls some hopium here. This is the total crypto market cap. We have hit a key support level at around 2 trillion right here. Okay, we have hit that. Let me get my little highlighter tool out so I can highlight that point. So we've hit it here with this candle at the beginning of February. Not only did we hit this, but we also hit 1.75 trillion right here. And then we had a nice bearish move up, and we have price for the crypto market is sitting at 2 trillion. And look what we have here. We don't have a bearish doji. We have a bullish doji forming right here. What we would like to see is we want to see this close in the week still green and still bullish. We have about 4 days left in this cycle though, okay? Because the crypto cycle on TradingView, it closes on Sunday because you can trade crypto 24/7, whereas the dollar trades Monday through or Sunday evening through Friday. Okay. Let's go to total 3, which is the altcoins, everything minus BTC, ETH, and stable coins. Very similar path, but this hasn't turned green yet. So this doji here is still a bearish doji, not a bullish doji. A bullish doji looks like this. This is a bearish doji. But good thing is this level here for total 3, which is around 400 billion, has held nicely. And that's a good sign, because that means that we are looking at hopefully basing this price out here. And if we can base this price down, slow down the selling, then this will provide a potential trampoline for price to go up, meaning we could get the altcoin season. And again, this is another picture as to why knowing what the stablecoin market is doing reflects on what the altcoins do, because this is literally the inverse of the stablecoin chart that we just looked at. So keep this picture in mind, and then we'll go to the stablecoin chart. Boom. So literally, it's literally flipped on its head. So instead of going down, stablecoins are up, but now they're slowed. So the altcoins are going down, but now they're slowed right here at this level. So very similar, guys. And it's going to take a big move from both of these in either direction. Okay. Let's go to Coinbase chart, because Coinbase chart, and I called this out on Twitter as well. So Coinbase chart, very similar, right, to Total 3, the total market, the crypto, the entire crypto market. It's very, very remnants. We have a support line here. We had price come down through it, bullish move back up, and it is sitting on support with a nice green bullish candle right here for this week for Coinbase. This is fantastic. And this may close in the green. And if it closes like this, expect this to go up. We're looking at bullish moves for Coinbase right here. That's a huge, this level was respected by buyers and a point of interest by buyers, and that was the reason for this big move right here. Right? But again, we still do have 2 days left, so knowing this week, because this week has been crazy, anything could happen. Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance did a 180 here. So it was breaking out of accumulation. It is currently retesting this accumulation box right here, nearing this supply/resistance line right here. This was collapsing outside of the accumulation box that we have, and also collapsing below support, but it stayed close to this support line, the support demand line. So this level is still valid. This 59 level is still valid here, and it's currently retesting. So we will see. Okay? And then let us go to the king, Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually looks very good. Bitcoin looks very, very good. It hasn't looked this good in a while here. Very similar, guys. Similar to the total market, the total crypto market cap that we just saw. Again, price comes down into a key support level. Support levels here. The support levels at 62.8. Came down and crashed through it. However, bullish price back up, so it's still respecting this support demand level, and now we have a bullish doji. Very, very similar to what we're seeing across all facets of these charts. This level, this support level at 80, can be taken off. That is totally invalidated. Why? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles below it. So it is invalidated. So my thought process now for Bitcoin is it is touching the 200-week moving average right here. That is a huge confluence point right here. The 200-week moving average, and it's still on top of it. We may get a V-like reversal. If we don't, what I would like to see is maybe something, potentially we go back down, go back up, and then we get towards 100K again, okay? Because there's really nothing in our path right now, because all this is runway. There's no stair stepping here. Literally, there was a huge drop here, and we finally found support at 62.8, and it's looking like a bullish doji right now. But again, we have 4 days left in the cycle for crypto. But don't be surprised if we come back down in here and maybe touch 60K. Don't be surprised for that. But if we don't, this could do a V-like reversal. I just don't see that right now. I don't see a V-like reversal because this is the first sign of buyers stepping into Bitcoin since January. So again, I like to play conservative. Anything could happen, but we are currently also at a 52% drawdown from October as well. October 10th, that move, 52% drawdown is just taken away from Bitcoin. It's crazy. It's crazy. ETH. Let's look at ETH. ETH doesn't look that bad either. Okay, so ETH currently is right here. Okay, And ETH also has a bullish doji present. Again, if you're asking yourself, well, crypto, why didn't you take this support line off because you took the one off for Bitcoin? Well, that's because price is still hanging around the support line slash the support slash demand line. It wasn't with Bitcoin. It was fully collapsed down and it fully invalidated it. This has still shown that there's a point of interest for buyers. Buyers like this area right here. And even though I'm putting lines down, I'm viewing them really as areas in my trading. So they're not specific points for me, they're more like areas. And with this area here is of interest for buyers, it looks like. So again, price hasn't collapsed down. This move is still valid. This move can still happen for Ethereum. But we do need to reclaim 2200. We need to reclaim this green line here, and we need to close above it for something good to happen. Okay, and let's go to some of our trades. So again, I haven't sold anything. However, I did add a couple buys. Let's go to Airdrome first. Airdrome looks like Ethereum. So again, close down below a support line here. This support line has not been invalidated yet, and we have a bullish candle right here. Okay, so we're not doing anything. I would like to see this bullish candle or bullish candles close above about 39 cents, and then I may be interested in buying some more Airdrome, but nothing as of yet. C, as of right now, we're just waiting. Okay, we're waiting on C. Okay, I've taken out the last weekly demand support line here, and now we're just waiting. We need price to base wherever it's going to base out and show bullish intent, right? So we need to see something like this pattern here, where we see bullish move up, a retest, and then boom. That's what we need to see here. So we need to see a level form. It's not forming right now. It's in what I like to call no man's land. Uniswap, I did buy more Uniswap actually, and I said I would, and I bought more Uniswap here at $3.75. Why did I buy that? Well, a couple reasons, and it just has to do with candles. So if we look at the candle here, this is a bullish doji right here. I know I had to kind of spread out this this trading view chart to show it, but it is a bullish candle. So if I'm sticking to my trading rules, my trading rules state that if price comes in contact with a previous level support demand, it is in oversold conditions on the slow stochastic, which it is, and it gives you a bullish sign, meaning a bullish doji, that is a valid buy. And I bought some, I added to my Uniswap position. Graft, we're in the same spot with C, and that is we are just waiting. We're waiting for price to base and to form a level. It has not formed any level yet. It's in no man's land. Near, we bought some Near, and Near, it was the same principle like with Uniswap. So right here, we bought some at $1.15. Why? Because this was a fantastic move. This looked fantastic here. Price held up at $1. We had a bullish doji here, and I just made it real easy, and I bought some Near, and I added to my position here. Okay. And last but not least, we'll show you what the altcoin altcoin portfolio looks like. So 1 month, we're getting better though. We are getting better with our return percentage. So 1 month is still negative, but it's negative 0.73%. 3 month is negative 20.41%, and then 6 month is negative 43.94%. We're closing in. We're closing the gap though. Biggest position is still USD, even after those buys. A Uniswap, negative 41.25%. Airdrome, negative 51.64%. Near, negative 47.89%. C, negative 66.4%. And then Graph, the worst one of them all, and it still holds the title, is negative 72.23%. I've yet to sell anything as of yet. We're just doing the buys right now. And I'm just being very patient. And I'm just waiting as of right now. Okay? So we're just being very patient, just waiting. And